Hey everybody, we're going to check out Deja Vu Hair Salon here in Woodland Hills, California on Topanga Canyon Boulevard. This is Tamir Melamed, owner of Deja Vu Hair Salon. He's going to talk to us about hair replacement systems and he's going to help me out with my bald spot. Are you ready, Tamir?
Yes, I am. So we're going to show his bald spot in the back, and as you can see, the bald spot, you know, we can definitely fill this up. I don't recommend the lace pieces because they fall apart really quick.
Yeah, that was my experience. I bought a lace system years ago for over $2,000 and I was so upset because it literally fell apart.
Well, the reason is also they fall apart because imagine hair be knotted on a lace. And
it's tied up.
Yeah, it's basically tied up, you know, yeah. And one hair makes two hairs. So what's happening when you shampoo in the hair and you condition in the hair, the knot just fall apart. It's all lace, you know, and when you have lace, you know, you can see the knot when you get really close. So if somebody comes to you close, if you zoom right here, it will look like a chicken wire.
Yeah.
You see?
Yes, there you go. You can see.
So when you zoom in, a lot of people ask me, well, it's a silicone base. I'm going to be sweating on my hair. Just remember, silicone base, when it sits flat on your head and it's glued to your head, there's no air in between, you're not going to sweat. It's like having a Band-Aid on your hand. Mm-hmm. When you cut yourself, you put a Band-Aid, you don't sweat underneath the Band-Aid because there's no air. Mm-hmm. So those ones actually feel a lot more comfortable than a lace system. And then when I put my finger, it looks like, you know, the hair is popping out of my skin. You see, my finger is right
so
there.
So natural looking.
Yeah, look, and then the hair would last longer because the hair is actually molded into the two layers of skin.
Okay, so it's attached in a different way.
It's attached in a different way. The only way I'm going to put a lace is just in the front because you want to have the natural hairline.
A good hairline in the front is really hard to do, but you're saying that you can pull it off with this.
We can pull it off with when we do a very fine lace in the front. And that's all we need the lace for. We don't need lace to entire piece. Those pieces will last longer. They're more comfortable because it doesn't feel like a mash on your head. And they're more flat. When somebody runs their finger, they're not going to feel, it's going to be more smooth.
Okay, so right now Tamir has put the hair system on my head. And what he has to do now is he has to cut it and customize it for me. So as soon as he puts it on my head, it will be different for everybody in how he cuts it depending on your level of baldness and your areas of baldness. So I look like I'm a member of the Brady Bunch. Some of those other providers for hair systems, they make you sign some sort of maintenance plan.
Yeah, don't ever fall for that. Your hairdresser should not have a contract with you. You should like to come to your hairdresser whenever you want. You don't want somebody locking up your credit card and ruin your credit card if you don't pay. Scalp micropigmentation is another option for people that lose their hair and they don't want to wear a hair system. This is more of a, it's more of permanent. It's something that you don't have to come back for service. Maybe 5 year or longer the way, you might have to come for a touch-up. But as you can see, the guy that's pretty bald on the left, as you can see what I did, I filled it up. I make it look like hair actually is growing out of his head. And
would this fall under the category of tattooing?
It's actually a microscale. It's a tattooing, but it's a different way of tattooing. You do it with a very fine needle, and the ink is much different than a regular tattoo because you don't want the ink to turn green and blue. So you have to use a special ink with special ingredient for that. As you can see, we also jagged the hairline. We make it more real. As you can see on this picture where we did it very full and dense. So when actual people come close to you, they would think that hair is growing out of your head. It's an option for people who like to shave the hair. And it's the front of his hair. You can see that it matches really good with his own hair. You can't even tell.
You want it to look seamless. You don't want it to look like you're wearing
exactly. And you know, you have a crown, as you can see. We can get really close. It looks like the hair is popping out of his head. It doesn't look like lace or any chicken wire in the back of his head. And obviously, whoever's going to stand behind him, it's seamless, it's tapered right into his hair, and you cannot tell where the system starts.
You know, if someone's standing behind me in line, like maybe at the bank, I think they're going to fall in love. This has been Salvador, Los Angeles. I'm at Deja Vu Hair Salon in Woodland Hills with Tamir Melamed, and I'm very happy.
Thank you. I'm very happy that you're happy, and we'll see you on the next service whenever you want. You're not on a contract, so
I'm not obliged.
You can visit me when you like me. I don't have to force you to come see me. If somebody forces you to come and see him, maybe something fishy with their word. So don't sign contract with nobody. Just do what your heart tells you to do.
With Tamir, you are free to be your own person.
You gotta have the freedom to choose who you want. You don't have to be reluctant to sign the contract.